Okay, I'm about to share something super controversial with you. Demons aren't real. Hear me out though, okay? Or don't. You can keep scrolling if you don't want to be a part of this conversation that will expand your mind infinitely. When we look at the world from an energetic perspective, we see everything as energy. So, like, literally everything is just fucking energy, bro. We are the ones who attach the meaning. We are the ones who say this is that, and this is this, and this is good, and this is bad, and this is dark, and this is light, and yada, 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 yada. But at the end of the day, from the most highest perspective ever, it's all just fucking energy, bro. You're the one that personalizes it. You're the one that makes it mean something. So when it comes to things like demons, and I would even group together, this is going to be so controversial, but I would even group together archangel energy and demons in the same category because it's two ends of the same spectrum. Both are external entities that help you accomplish a task. So energetically, they're basically the same. Now I know some people are going to come for me in the comments for saying that, but if you actually want to hear what I have to say about that, keep listening. When you know that you are the creator, when you know that you are the one who harnesses the energy, it doesn't matter what energy comes your way. It's about how you utilize that energy to fuel you and your actions. The same is true in somatics. When you have an energy that comes up for you, like an emotion that comes up for you, whether it's fear, anger, disgust, or excitement, happiness, joy, it doesn't matter. You utilize that energy, you feel it in the body, and then you allow it to move through you and into an action or into a boundary or into whatever, a project or a new mindset. The same is true with this like demon and angel energy. It's all just external forces that are guiding you and teaching you a lesson. And if we really want to be real, it's really just you, because we're all just living in a collective soul experience and we're all one. So to label a demon bad and to say that an archangel is good is to play into duality and separation consciousness, which isn't bad because there's value there too. It's just like if you want to live a really expansive world, live in a really expansive world, or if you really want to live a really expansive life, at some point you're going to have to stop victimizing yourself, which means you stop categorizing things into good and bad and you just see it for what it is, which is energy. Energy directs us and we can direct energy. So we can utilize these forces to guide us and help us to accomplish tasks and move through life. Or we can utilize these energies as excuses. So, like, I see a lot of people, especially in the spiritual community, they'll be like, oh, like, somebody's out to get me. Like, I got a hex on me, like, all this shit. But at the end of the day, you're the one that's playing into that narrative. You're the one that's playing into that story. And you're the one that's allowing that to exist in your reality. If you really knew your power, you would know that you get to control and command that same energy to do something different. You learn a lesson. You utilize it to set a boundary. You utilize it to move differently. It acts as a guide, not a limitation. And that's the difference between living in abundance and lack consciousness. When you're living in lack consciousness, you'll see these things, these external forces in your reality as something outside of you that you have to submit to. But when you're living in an expansive consciousness, when you're living in a consciousness that knows its power, when you're living in abundance, you realize that it's all just part of the process of guiding you into your true power, and you allow it to do just that. You don't use it as an excuse to not do something. You don't use it as, like, I see a lot of people that will be like, oh, like, social media is, like, so bad and, like, this and that. That's because you're not owning your own power to command the energetics. You're submitting yourself to an algorithm. Same shit with money. Same shit in relationships. Like, it's all up to you and how willing you are to own your power and to command the energy that is being shown to you, that is being brought to you. This is the power of alchemy. This is what the most powerful people in history understood. And you can call some of them good, you could call some of them bad, but at the end of the day, what they were doing is helping our consciousness to evolve. Their modus operandi or their MO or their methods don't really matter. And that's very controversial because you'll be like, well, if we didn't have that one situation, like, we would have gone in a different direction. Yeah, you're so right. But apparently our soul wanted to learn through this method because we consented to it in some way, shape, or form by allowing it to exist. That's why getting together, that's why creating energy vortexes together can be so powerful and potent, because we can actually command energy together. But so many of us are just focused on like the limitation, or wanting to stay separate, or wanting to be in that victim consciousness, which is cool. There's value there too. You can learn from being in that state too. I'm not saying that's bad or wrong either. Like, dope. But at the end of the day, truthfully, it's all just energy. It's really all just energy. This is an objective experience. We are the ones that make it subjective because we are humans and we have emotions that we filter through our logical mind and try to categorize. But when you're not trying to operate through your logical mind, when you just operate through feeling, you just know when something's for you and when something's not for you. You just know what direction you want to go in, what direction you don't want to go in. You utilize the existing energy to fuel your own desires and passions, or your mission, or what's on your heart. But we just want to categorize things because it makes it simpler for us. So we go into that good and bad dynamic, and a lot of us will stay there forever. The question is, will you choose to step out of it? I did a whole masterclass today on this topic about marrying your inner witch and warlock and accessing all these different aspects of yourself, which requires looking at the deep and darkest parts of yourself from this life, from past lives, and accepting them and integrating them and moving with that energy in maybe a new way. So if you want to check that out, it's inside the portal now under the Witch's Coven. And it will guide you through a lot of these limiting beliefs, as well as the entire portal will help you to integrate this. It's a great tool for plant medicine integration. It's a great tool for working with energy in general, and for discovering a lot of the secrets of life. So I'll see you inside. If you want to get inside, you can utilize the code FoundingMembers44 to get the monthly membership for $44 a month, which is a steal, if I'm being honest. So what are you waiting for?